Have here today. We are hosted by the OVC consortium here in DC, and we're happy that you're joining us here physically as well as those who are here online. We have a fantastic panel of experts in the real estate industry. We're delighted that they are being here to share with us their experiences and the good things as well as the challenges that they have in the real estate in East Africa, I should say. And so as we in the diaspora, we're always looking at real estate as one of the foremost areas of investment. If you're talking about a diasporian and you're talking about investment, the first thing that comes in your mind is about real estate. So this is a subject that is very dear to the diaspora. And of course, we also hear some stories that are not so pleasant. So we'll address those as well, because I think that's part of what hinders our progress back at home as diasporians with our brothers and sisters. So with us, we have a distinguished panel of panelists. I want to start the introduction. Perhaps I start from the far end. I'll just kind of give a quick intro, and then as we speak, they'll also speak a little bit about themselves and what they do. So I'm honored to introduce Mr. George Mungai. Mr. Mungai is a realtor from Kenya with Soil Merchants Kenya Limited, and he'll speak a little bit more. I thought that the name was very interesting. Soil Merchants, I thought he was selling soil, but then I figured that soil is land. So I figured that may be where the name came from. And of course, with him is his beloved wife, Lucy Gesheru, who is a partner and a CEO of the Soil Merchants Kenya Limited. She has also, we've also learned that she's a minister in the Word of God, so it's always a good combination. As you plant in the soil, you also get food for your soul. And then next we have Mr. George Washuri. He's well known. Recently he was in, we got to see him in social media. He was selling land in, were you selling land in Kigali? Yes. And the president was able to recognize him and say, you know, there are many things we're able to export from Kenya, including the 50 by 100. And then to my left is Brother Andrew Gitau of AMG Realtors. He's been a frequent visitor here in the US. I think quite a few people know you. It's always good to have you around. And then next is my good friend, Mr. Peter Karenge of Karenge and Associates, doing architect work as well as construction and development. And he's also a diasporian who has been here for quite some time. I'm not sure whether you moved permanently back in Kenya, but he'll talk about it when we get there. And then we have Mr. Steve Kisandu with CPS Diaspora, which is also a real estate company. And he's also going to say a little bit about himself and what he does in the real estate business. So as I said, of course, my name is Laban Opande. I'm not a realtor, but I'm always interested in real estate investment, of course in Kenya, but as well as here in the United States. And so I'm very, very pleased to be in this panel and to moderate it as well. And I'm sure we're going to have a good time. So let me start by asking, a very simple question. And I think this is a question for all of us. What made you come all the way? Most of you, your business is based in Kenya. What made you come all the way to the US? You didn't have the market in Kenya? Nobody was interested in buying your land in Kenya? Well, what made you come all the way? Maybe I'll start with you, Soil Merchants Kenya Limited.
Thank you, Rabban. You can hear me? Thank you, Rabban, for that question. Again, let me say my name is George Gachero Mugai, CEO and founder of Soil Merchants Kenya Limited. There before, we used to run a company by the name Gashewa Motors, where we used to import vehicles from Japan and Dubai. So about 20 years ago is when we started doing development in Kenya. We mainly do apartments. We were also doing bungalows there before in peripheral areas. That is Kitengela, we have Kiserian and Kamuru, Thika. And, but now recently, about 10 years ago, now we are doing apartments like the ones you can see there. And what actually have made us come here to start marketing, I guess I go to your question, is because we know there is a wide market here. In Kenya, the market is there, though currently is a bit depressed because of the rate of the dollar. And again, we have many people who have been called here and have requested us to come and try and market ourselves here. We understand that many people have been called, and we want to change that narrative because we feel very bitter when people have come here, they work about 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day, then after some time they are called. So we want to change that narrative. So like I said, now that building you can see there, it's already complete and fully let. So anybody wants to buy it, you can see us after this. And another one which we are developing is about 600 apartments just near the same location. And we are selling very, very, very good prices because we are selling on off-plan basis. And here with me I have Lucy Gasheru, who is my wife, Reverend Lucy, and she's our marketing director. She is actually going to expound more, and that is what I have to say.
Asante. Let me ask maybe to my immediate right here. What's the state of housing in Kenya in general? In terms of we hear we need affordable housing, we need 200,000 homes every year. Where are we in that arena, and what role are you guys playing as Optiven in that arena?
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. Before I come to the state of affairs of housing in Kenya, allow me to say why I came to Diaspora. I've been in this market for the last 10 years, and I came purposely to deliver title deeds. And out there we have given more than 7 title deeds, so that was my mission number 1. Mission number 2 is support OVC. We are part of the sponsors, and we are saying that we wanted diaspora people to get more information about Kenya. And for us at Optiven, we are known to develop the best gated communities in Kenya today. Today, I've been selling people a property in Vipingo, whereby we are developing 300 acres. This will be the best gated community that can be able to view the ocean. You can view the ocean. So even as you work very hard in diaspora, you need to retire honorably. You cannot be working here and then you come to Kenya, you retire in an apartment. No way. You must retire somewhere you can touch the ocean. That's why I came here. Some people say, George, we don't want Mombasa. We want Nanyuki. We are developing 1,000 acres in Nanyuki. Right now we've done infrastructure, the water system, the drainage, and the entire project, we have 5 gates. We have done electric 14 strands wire. So if you are building, your cement is safe. If you come there with a tent, you can actually sleep there. We have a security firm that guarding the farm in Nanyuki. That's why I came here. So if you are here, sort out your retirement. Don't retire in an apartment. Come and retire either in Vipingo or in Nanyuki. Nanyuki is a tourism city. Everybody, actually when the Mzungu came, the map got lost in Nanyuki. So if you are here eating, please talk to Optiven. We are going to sort you out. How is the state of real estate in Kenya? Kenya today is a land of opportunities. That's why we are here, all of us. The demand in the country is about 2 million houses. All developers is in here, Optiven, AMG, soil merchants, we are only producing 50,000. That means Kenya real estate has no competition. No competition. We complement each other. So we want us, Optiven and others, to expand more to develop the 2 million houses that government is looking for. The government is trying to develop, but it is a drop in the ocean. Our people require home. Na Kenya kuna pesa. Our customers, 70% are Kenyans. 30% are diaspora. So that means there is market. Leave alone Kenya. We are now going to East Africa. We have a population of 270 million people. People who need homes. So the market is huge. So if you are here, you want to come and invest in real estate, these companies are here. Our doors are open. Come partner with us. We can be able to support government to develop the houses that they are struggling to develop. We have the capacity, we have the knowledge, we have the engineers, we have the interest, we have the best, Bwana facilitator.
Let me turn to my left, Mr. Gitau. You can see how Mr. Oshori is very passionate. He says you have everything. You have everything that is needed in the market. So are you saying you have no challenges at all? There are no obstacles? There's nothing that is slowing you down in terms of the industry as you develop your homes and sell them? What are some of the challenges you face?
Thank you, Laban. My name is Andrew Gitau. I'm the CEO and founder of AMG Realtors Limited. Before I answer your question about the challenges, I'd like to say that AMG itself was born out of a challenge. So I used to live in New York as a diasporian, and I lost money trying to invest in Kenya in real estate. And that is one of the biggest challenges we have. And I kept wondering, why is it that you can have money and you're trying to buy something and you can't find that thing? So it disturbed me a lot, and I said, one day I'm going to start a company that is going to solve this problem. So, and that's the beginning. That's how AMG was born. So it was born out of a challenge, and that challenge was that if you are living here as a Kenyan living in America or living in diaspora, it becomes very difficult to know who to trust back home to invest with.
Right.
And we started the journey 10 years ago. We are 11 years this year, and we've done very well in delivering titles to diasporian. 70% of our market is actually diaspora, and America is actually 68% of that 70. So it's a huge market. This is our main market. I am in diaspora, I am in America at least 5 times in a year, meeting people, getting to know what they're going through, what challenges they are facing. There are so many challenges. Number one, we have a challenge of remittance. There's a big challenge when people are trying to send money back home. All the remitting companies, because of anti-money laundering issues, there's a limit to how much you can send. So you can imagine if somebody is trying to buy my property of $50,000 and there's a limit of, let's say, $5,000, then how does he meet that challenge?
Right.
Yeah? And we always thinking as AMG of solutions. So for example, now we have opened a bank account here. We have 2 bank accounts with Wells Fargo and Bank of America. And that is to meet that, to be able to overcome that challenge. You don't have to go to a remitter. You can send money directly to our bank account. Number 2, obviously, is the distance. How do you get to view your property? How do you trust that what we are telling you is real? So we use technology. We are able to send you pictures. We are able to send you PIN. You can see what is around that area. Now, how else do you take care of your property? You're not present in Kenya because, again, of that distance. So, for example, all our properties that we sell are fenced, and we have security that we pay for even when we sell out the project. That is a cost that we take, so that when you are here, you know, even if you come after 20 years, you won't find a squatter on your land. You won't find somebody has built a manyatta there and saying, this is my land. Because those are challenges that you face, and especially when you have the distance. So there are so many challenges, but every day we spend our time thinking about the customer. We spend our time thinking about the diasporian customer. How can we make sure that he or she feels comfortable sending money to us or investing with us? Yeah, thank you.
If I may turn to Brother Karenge, if you can add on to what challenges you've noticed in the industry, as well as what are you doing to mitigate or to overcome those challenges as Karenge and Associates? And the fact that you've been a diasporian and you said you are 50-50, so you know exactly what people are undergoing as diasporians, just like Mr. Gitao was. So what are some of the challenges you also want to mention, and what ways or in what manner are you as Karenge and Associates doing to mitigate, to lessen the fears of the diasporians in the market?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Bwana Wakili. And today, as mentioned, my name is Peter Karenge Nganga, and I'm wearing two hats today. One for my B360 hat, and the other one for Karenge and Associates. And B360 basically short for Biz Solution 360. What we do is provide innovative solutions that transform communities and power growth. And that there is our mission. And how do we do that? We do that by bridging the US-Africa space. And by that, we support US agencies like the Department of State, like USAID, like DOD in their projects in Africa. But also the reverse. We support African entrepreneurs, African private groups, private investors from Africa in their projects here in the United States. So by doing that, we are not only creating jobs, but actually providing solutions that transform space. One of our projects that we're really proud of, actually allow me to say just two. One is the bubble coffee shops, whereby we are selling coffee that has been grown locally in various parts of Rwanda, right here in the US. Eventually, we've opened 8 coffee shops. The other is a project by USA. This is $10 million worth of water infrastructure all over Liberia. So my thing here is just to inspire other Kenyans or other Kenyans living abroad to get into this kind of business. The other one is just the architectural firm as Karenge and Associates, and basically what we do is provide architectural solutions, especially for Kenyans here in the United States that are investing or working in Kenya. Now, in regard to your question, I have to say the real estate, of course, is developed, and you have our good friends Washuri and AMG who are selling land. So there are lots of opportunities, but also there are challenges. And I would say some of the solutions where Karenge and Associates come in. First is being able to provide good due diligence. These two gentlemen, I know them very well, but sometimes you have sellers that you need to do good due diligence in terms of where are they coming from, where are these developers from. So we are providing that service. However, also feasibility studies. You will find a project on the overall going $200,000 or maybe 20 million Kenya shillings. So you want to do the correct feasibility studies to determine is that project profitable. So that is where we are coming in. But also we are also being able to provide you with investment advice on where do you want to invest your money. Do you want to go to commercial real estate? Do you want to invest in bankable land, and being able to provide that. Also, Karenge and Associates, one of the things we're doing is just being able to provide design solutions. So you know that the solutions here, the spaces here in the United States are a bit different to the spaces we're using in Africa. So what we're doing is just ensuring that the space that like Washuri is talking about, that you're going to eventually live in, also suits what you're doing here. But generally it's just providing jobs. We're really excited. All the project management office of our projects here in the US is being done in Kenya and other parts of Africa. And by that we've created 120 jobs. So really excited about that, and thank you for the question.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so I want to write on to Mr. Kisendu. Steve, at CPS, besides just selling properties, is there an opportunity to have the diasporians partner with you in things like joint ventures, whereby they want to be able to invest, not necessarily because they want to be the builders or that they want to own the property, but they want to partner with CPS in some kind of a joint venture. Is that something that you do? And can you talk a little bit about that, if there's anything you can comment about that?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for asking that question. So, if you look at the banner we have for CPS Diaspora, we are saying empowering communities through inclusive projects. So that means Diaspora, you're part of the whole project, because when diaspora participate, whether you are purchasing a property or either it's commercial or residential, you are having an impact to the community. And because there's a lot of projects, a lot of jobs that have been created. There's other industry in the value chain that also gain from diaspora participation. So in terms of partnership, that's a priority. There's a chance or opportunity for diaspora to be engaged in various aspects of creating a community. Because what we're doing, what CPS is doing, is creating communities. And those communities will become towns, will become cities, and will become a society. So we're building a huge, potentially it's going to be a huge society that we're building. So far there's 62 nationalities that have invested there. And so it's quite open for any possibility. Some of those possibilities is your idea as a diaspora, what ideas you have, and those ideas can put a dent. It's not about making money or being profitable, but it's about having an impact on a society in general. So it's quite open if you have an idea, because as a community, there's educational establishments that we're looking to include in the project. There's medical facilities such as the hospitals is a part of the project. There's sports center for physical education. It's also available. So there's a whole kinds of hospitality, hotels, different kinds of opportunity that make a city. So idea is open for any kind of impact that you have on a society.
To Madam Lucy Gasheru. I noticed that there is only men on this stage here, and I want to be able to not be stereotype and say, is this a male-dominated industry? What is the woman's role in the real estate market or the industry? What is the women factor in real estate? Are they being discouraged by their men? I'm not saying you because you came with your husband, so obviously you are not discouraged. But what would you want to comment about participation of the women or women-led companies in real estate?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much for that question, moderator. As I said before, my name is Lucy Gasheru, and I am the marketing manager of the Soil Merchants Kenya Limited. We develop soil, we eat soil, we drink soil, and we sell soil. By transforming that soil into a tangible project. But if you look at women, a woman of Proverbs 31, she's the one who invests. The women represented in this panel are very vocal in their own very way. But the place of a woman in the real estate is very, very vital, because we have to bring a balance whereby where we think is a male-dominated sort of a project, it actually is not. My husband involves me a lot in his projects. I know his projects in and out. Even when he is away, I am able to run it very well. I am sure Mr. Bashir here also, his wife is around, and she is in charge. She may not be here, but she's probably the force behind this guy. I know my son Andrew, I know the wife is also very, very involved in his business. She is actually the finance manager in that company. She's the FC, finance, director. So I want to talk about this because we are very instrumental as women. We are very intentional. We are very prayerful. We also uphold these men when they are going to look for properties to buy. One of the things that is very interesting among us three, let me say, because I don't know about Mr. Karembu and my friend CPA here, is that Andrew has been conned, Mr. Washuri has been conned, we are also victim of being conned. And out of pain, something is birthed. Out of pain, something good is birthed. And so our involvement is very key. But I want to challenge us as women who are here to take the real estate very serious. I think if you look at the Forbes magazine, the most richest person is probably in real estate. So this is something that women can plug into, and this is something that women can be able to excel in a very big way.
Thank you. That's a good answer. I just want to, you talked about being conned, and I think this is a question for anybody here on the panel, in terms of the due diligence, because part of what the aspirants have a challenge with is having been conned. He talked about being conned, that's why he went to do it. And being conned is an ongoing event every day. We have people who are being given pictures of their neighbors' houses and told your house is almost complete, it's just a roof, and so forth. I don't know if you guys have had any kind of experience, because that's really what ails the sector in terms of the trust issue with family members, with relatives. And so we look up to you guys as the option for getting real value for the money that we send. If anyone can jump in, I'm not sure how many minutes we have. Are we out? 5 minutes. We have 5 minutes. If someone can, go ahead, Andrew.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for that question. The issue of being conned is a very big issue. It is what birthed AMG, so it's very close to me and to my heart. And for example, for us, we also lose money up to today, sometimes trying to buy land. We actually spend more time, I'm sure even both Georges will agree with me, we spend more time buying, not selling. We spend more time doing due diligence. Now, for us, we put our money to buy the land. We don't sell land that we don't own. So we buy the land, we transfer it, we pay money, we transfer it to AMG Realtors. So if I sell you land that I've bought and it's bad land, then it's me first who loses the money. So we are very, very careful when we are buying, because we don't want to lose money buying. We go to the chief, we go to the family, we go to the land registry, we go to lawyers, we get a copy of the green card. We sit with the family. If one of the brothers says hatujasikizana ama tunaongea bado, we walk away. Out of 20 pieces that we see, we buy only one. I spend most of the time buying. I have to see every land that we buy. I have to physically see it myself. Even though we have a land buying committee, even after they see, as the CEO, I have to go. I have to meet the owner. Because if you go to a court of law and you say you bought land and you did not see the owner, that case is a very weak case. So we have put in measures to try. Now the other challenge we have is that the criminal justice system sometimes favors actually the conman. Because the conman has gotten 10 million from you, he is able to share it with the system. So you then end up being on the other side, and you are already a victim. You have already lost money. You are not able to match or to say you can give money to recover the land. So those are real challenges that we face, but we have stepped up to say that if we're in diaspora, we want to come as a group of many companies that you can look at and say, if I'm investing my money in these 3-4 companies, then I feel safe, because they have taken the steps to ensure that they have done the due diligence, that they own the land, they own what they are selling, that they have taken the time to investigate and make sure that the land they are bringing or the property they are bringing to sell is clean land. And that's why for me, I can share my platform here with George Washori of Optiven. I can share my platform with George and Lucy of Soil Merchant. I can share the platform here with Peter. I can share a platform here with Steve, because those are people I know, and I know that what they're selling is genuine. So we need people to come out and say, okay, I know I've gone through pain, but I still have the confidence to invest, because there are good people out there who are coming and they are bringing us genuine land. We are the only company, for example, that guarantees a title in 60 days, written in the sales agreement. And we do that not because we want to say that we are very good at getting titles, but the pain of owning land where you have even built your home without a title, not knowing what will happen tomorrow, for me or for us, it's unimaginable, because ownership in the eyes of the government is a title deed. So we said we are going to guarantee. Yeah, so those are some of the things we have taken in to overcome those challenges.
If I can chip in, if I can chip, excuse me, if I can chip in about Connie, there are relatives here. Excuse me, you can hear me? Yes. There are relatives back in Kenya who are actually calling people here. And that is the worst. In fact, that's the biggest cases we have had. What we are doing ourselves now as soil merchants, when we develop a property, we make sure that 50% of that property we retain it on our own. If it is 600 apartments, 300 apartments we retain. 300 is what we sell here. When we sell, we manage those apartments for these people. For those people in diaspora, we manage, we make sure that if there is no tenant is in. If there are repairs to be done, we make sure that it is repaired without necessarily increasing the invoices. If there is anything about that property, that is our own responsibility. Every end of the month, we deposit the money to the account. So they'll be very safe when they invest with us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I see Brother Jake is up standing, wanting to move to the next event. But I wanted to throw a very quick question to Brother Steve. Is that the same in Zanzibar? Are Zanzibarians more trustworthy than Kenyans when it comes to the due diligence?
Yeah, so it's not a matter of Zanzibari or Kenyans or Ugandans. I think it's all humans, right? Everywhere. So the issue is a trust, right? So if you have any doubt, let me say there's a Zulu proverb goes by this. It says, Indela ibuza kwa papa mbili. It means you ask for directions from those who have been there. There's 1,000 people who have bought homes from CPS in Zanzibar, thousands of them. And I think 30% are from Kenya. So you have testimony, you have people who have actually bought from there, right? So it shows that it's a trustworthy, to invest there. It's safe, and generally, I think all the companies that are presented here are generally, they are trustworthy. So when it comes to investing somewhere where you've been there, I think due diligence is important, but the way I see, look at the history of the company itself, tracking records, what they've done. So these guys have done an amazing job. And Zanzibar also, CPS has done a fantastic job, and looking forward to even more. So you're dealing with professionals, and I think we do have professionalism. And another thing is Africans. I think Africans, we have some kind of a doubt of trusting one another, right? But I think there's a tendency of saying, you know what, I'd rather invest to maybe a European company. But to be honest, I think everybody depends on, everybody has to do their due diligence to check, which is very important. But in the case of Zanzibar, I think things they're doing fantastic work as well. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. And I just want to add real quickly, remember, when you talk about due diligence, you're not just talking about due diligence for who actually owns the land. Yeah, there is due diligence in terms of zoning. Yeah, the land that you're buying, where is it zoned? Is it zoned in an agricultural place? Is it zoned in a commercial place? I've had projects, clients who have projects where they want to put up a commercial apartment block, yet it is agricultural land. So we have to go back to the county to actually rezone it. That actually takes another maybe 6 months to 1 year, and it's also a very expensive process. There's also due diligence in terms of the profitability. What you find that generally the ROI on a piece of property should be between 7 years and 10 years. So you'll find that if you're buying a property and you're renting it out, you should be getting 100% of your money back, generally between 7 to 10 years, never more than 12 to 15 years. So you always want to ensure the money that you're putting in, how much time do you take to get back all your money? So do due diligence in that regard. So there are other parts of due diligence that you want to look at and ensure that you are good so that you don't lose your money.
All right, very well. Thank you. Thank you very much, panelists. And I want to conclude this session by saying that if you are trying to buy a property in Kenya and you also need a lawyer who is going to be able to walk you through the process, both from here as well as back in Kenya, come see me. The Opande Law Firm will be able to work with any one of these all the way. And we have local partners as well who can help you in the process. When we talk about the due diligence, when you talk about the zoning and all that, we shall be able, and we're going to have an MOU right here with all these partners here, so that we make sure that anybody who came to this or participating in this conference shall never, ever endure again the experiences that they had to go through before they became the realtors themselves. So with that, please, Steve, Peter, Andrew, George, Lucy, and George, thank you very much for being part of this wonderful discussion. I know there's a lot we could have said, but time doesn't allow. 2 seconds. 2 seconds? Okay, so can they say bye? They want to say bye. Yes, okay, go ahead there. You can say bye.
Thank you. Again, thank you, OVC, for hosting this occasion. I'm sure and understand every year there'll be one. We are going to partner with you. The other thing is, please come and invest with us. Remember, www.soilmarshals.co.ke. Thank you.
Thank you very much for listening to us. If you're looking to invest in Nairobi, visit www.soilmerchants.co.ke. Come and you will never regret. You will not go through the experience that we went through, but you are going to be an owner of a home. Thank you, and may God bless you.
Wow, thank you very much. Somebody sent me a very urgent message, Somebody sent me a very urgent message, says, hey, George, share your number. My number is 0716 605 410. Then you can find us. If you don't get it quickly, I'm sitting right there. You can come and pick my number. Where should you pick my number? We offer coffee at Optiven. Thank you.
Thank you. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank OVC. I know you had a lot of companies wanting to join, but you did your due diligence and only allowed the companies that are genuine, and that is the first step also of protecting the diasporians. We are very, very excited. Please Google the company that you want to deal with, get a lawyer, go on their Facebook page, go on the IG, and that can also give you a lot of information around that company. Come and visit us. We are at www.amgrealtors.com. We have a permanent address. We have a building in Nairobi called AMG Center, opposite Garden City Mall, which is the biggest mall along Thika Road. Come and see us, talk to us. We are available. My number is +254 728 063 780. Reach out. We are here to help you. This is a ministry. We want to change the situation. God bless you all. Asante.
Thank you very much. In addition to thanking all OVC and all the sponsors, mine is to the young potential entrepreneurs who are looking at this. expand your horizons. And by that, I mean, yes, work in Kenya, but also get out there. They say whoever doesn't travel think only their mother can cook. And it doesn't mean just come to the United States. Go to Uganda, go to Tanzania, go to Rwanda, go to South Africa, find what it is, what solutions can you provide over there, but also a challenge to the fine gentlemen and ladies over here. Let's mentor these young people. So reach out to any of these people and learn exactly what it is they're doing, and this is really inspiring, and I'm really honored to be part of this. Thank you.
Thank you. On a last note, I would say if you're looking for a place where there's white sand beaches, turquoise water, safe, also great people, and sustainable cities, or of course the places where they have inclusive projects. Zanzibar, that's the place to be. That's kind of reminds you of Dubai in the 80s, right? So this is the future, because it's inspired by places like Dubai. How did they make it? How did they get to where they are today? So your investment will have an impact to the community. So let's look at cpsdiaspora.com. That's where you get all the information to what's going on in Zanzibar. A lot of us don't know. And please share with the friends, colleagues, anybody that you know that will be a part of this journey to make Zanzibar a great place. Thank you so much, OVC, for this opportunity.
Fantastic. So with that, viewers, the last number that you want to put in your phone, as His Excellency the Ambassador said yesterday, is that of your lawyer, who is right in front of you. And the number is 713-446-6339. Not only will he be able to assist you in buying your land, but also will be able to assist you in case you get pulled out tonight after you drink. Oh, sorry, don't drink and drive. But we'll be able to help you out. So with that, please give a round of applause to these wonderful panelists. We want to sincerely appreciate for you being here. Many of you, actually I think all of you, traveled from Kenya for this occasion, so we are very, very greatly honored. We want to send greetings to our brothers and sisters back at home. We want to wish the new government well as they also find their footing. So with that, we come to the end of this session. Thank you very much. We'll allow, I guess, the pictures, and then we shall be able to go back to our tables for a bite. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, yes. Well done.